Welcome to another episode of Vaygrim's Chance. We have all the way up to septuple. I wonder if I should change these to keep. Maybe. We'll see. I actually do want to get this and learn the EMC for it. There we go. Just for giggles. Boop. Okay. That's just been going. My next step now, I'm kind of at a point where that's easy. My next step is to actually, maybe in the short to medium term, go to the nether, find a nether fortress, get some skulls, some wither skeleton skulls, so we can actually fight the wither and get a nether star. But, okay, first of all, the LP system. I was working on a project. Actually, you know what? Let's do that first. Then we'll go into the LP system. That's going to be a better way. We've been working on this, right? We've been doing the flux-infused chest plate assembly. This is lots of different little parts. For these cryotheum cooling units. We got these fluxed thrusters, which meant I had to go through all the different tiers of resonant thrusters. We've now got an armored flux pack. This is basically just a giant battery. If I take off this, let's do that there. One of each of those there. One of each of those there. One of each of those there. We're going to put that right there. That right there. Kaboom! We have the flux infused jet plate. Put this bad boy on. And now, you notice we've got hover mode. We've got, oh gosh, I'm a professional YouTuber. I left my phone on. There we go. We have 60 million, they added commas, 60 million RF of back storage on power. It will actually recharge things in my inventory at a rate of 32,000 RF per tick, which is amazing. And let's see, particles default. I actually want to turn the particles off, but I'll work on that later. Let's hit you real quick. Notice the charger is on. Toggle charger. Emergency hover mode is enabled. Hover mode is enabled. I can actually do that with a key directly. I'm gonna. Is that? I think that might be creative, or at least the height decay is so slow. I think there is one, but the height decay is so slow that it's a fractional percentage, basically. I do want to get rid of that fire, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Have I left anything? Nope. Okay, that's all clear. So that was one of the big projects we've been working on. This is now getting charged by the wireless chargers that we installed in the roof right up there. And when I'm away somewhere else, this charger function right here, toggle charger function, will actually top off all the other stuff in my inventory, which is awesome. So this is a giant walking battery for the rest of my suit. Now, another upgrade that we can do on this one, on my helmet, is photovoltaic cell. And I actually do want to do one of those. Solar one, and then I think there's a solar two. But I'm not going to do that this episode. This episode, I'm going to update you on the LP system. Specifically, what I have been doing to speed up the performance. I had a little design idea up my sleeve. Let's just nip these off. There we go. So, what is this? Well, basically, this is a central control point. I have an ender chest that is black, white. I put a diamond on it to make it personal, unique. And then I have these things on them that are called logistics inventory system connectors. These are actually very simple to make. Let me find them. Here it is right here. It's got a little warning sign thing on it. It's real simple. You get a basic pipe, 2 redstone on either end, an ender pearl, but you have to make 2 of these, okay? Now the next step is to also make this recipe. 2 iron chipsets, 2 blank modules, 1 ender pearl in the middle. You need the soldering station for this, which means you're gonna have to burn an iron ingot. But this makes 2, a matched pair set of cards. That's what these are. These are actually unique frequency pairs. That's why I have these set up like this. These won't stack. See, this and this have different frequencies. This frequency is different from this. All of these have different ID frequencies. They're uniquely, I'm going to clear that out. These are uniquely paired up. And if you hold down shift on this, it'll tell you, it bridges an inventory to connect 2 logistics pipe systems together to make one shared network. Can be used with an ender chest, but you can get clever with trains too. Yeah, so basically what I've done is this is a small LP system. My requested chest, my to be sorted chest, my requesting table, my soldering station. This is all a small network, and it connects to this logistics pipe and this logistics pipe connector. Now let's go, whoa, there we go, downstairs. Here is what we're used to, right? And there was a pipe that came, oh yeah, I gotta right click those to make them go back to normal. There was an LP pipe that came through here and up that vertical. Now that is still an LP pipe. However, this whole network down here has been disconnected from it. Instead, we have a logistics inventory system connector and the same ender chest. So basically, I get a black, white personal ender chest, and then I get one of those card pairs upstairs. I hook one to a remote system and the other one back to that setup in the workshop, okay? And I just continue that loop around like I was going to do. Well, what that does is this means when I request something upstairs, that request gets signaled through to here. And let's turn this on. It comes from here down into the floor to here, hits this inventory where the LP system upstairs grabs it and takes it to whatever requested it. So now I have an amazingly quick LP system. Let's go upstairs real quick. I'm going to march right over here. And I'm just going to ask for cobble, cobble. That's about as quick as I can make it. What I'm doing now is I'm adding speed upgrades over here. I'm adding speed upgrades to this controller port plug. Chassis to this one. And these will be a little bit slower, but basically I'm going to put a speed upgrade cards down here at the base of these. So I'm going to make it to where relaying through the various parts, like this has got the most speed upgrades right now. I can't even remember how many I put in here, but I put a lot in here. I think it's got either 3 or 4 stacks of 16. It's like 64. I think it's got 64 cards in there, I think. So this is going to be the fastest because it's all the way over. So that means requesting stuff from here will zip over there a lot quicker. That's really, really good. So now there's a much faster inventory turnaround time on our inventory requests and stuff like that. Now, let's go to a suggestion made by you, the viewers. I am sorry, I have forgotten who made the original comment. So basically, the next card, the next connection that I do, this one connects to the kitchen upstairs. Let's go up there real quick. Hang on a sec. So right about here. See? Same chest and another paired card. This one, this and this port right here goes to this card and this connector. This connector goes to the inventory floor one level down, and this goes to the kitchen 1 level up. It's really cool. It's nice and simple. The next time that I want to do something else, I'll put another basic pipe, then another connector, and the paired set, the other set of the pair, basically, of the connector and the card will go to wherever and whatever I want to connect. It's going to be nice. It's going to be quick. I love it. It is a lot quicker sorting, turnaround time on things. Stuff in general shows up faster. And like in here, I can refresh and see changes to inventory a lot quicker. If I request a full stack, I'm getting updates a lot quicker. I'm getting the inventory a lot quicker. If I put this back, and I can usually say 1 or 2 clicks, and it will actually refresh that. Really good. I've got these made for other remote connections that I want to join the network to. So now we can actually get, not those, but these. I could get this entire vertical column and revert them back to Futura blocks from Chisel and take the piping out of here. Doesn't serve a purpose anymore. I don't need it because I have other ways to do remote connections. It's glorious. I love it. I'm really, really happy with it. So let's see. What else have I been working on? We've got our now upgraded. It's got almost max power, you see. Flux infused jet plate. I actually, while I'm in the base, I'm going to turn the charger off because I really don't need it while I'm walking around with wireless charging. No point. Yep, and there we go. It's now at max. This thing is really nice. I like it. I don't think it's got any flight decay. I'm not sure, though. I'm going to have to see. Whoops. Actually, let's go upstairs into the ag lab. Is this thing mature? These grow real slowly. So I did some cooking and various combining of things. If you make bread and then cook the bread again, you get toast. If you get... so that allows you to make like certain kinds of sandwiches and stuff. I've got some sheep that I went out and hunted. Some beef. Baked potatoes don't cook into anything. That's moot. That is pointless. I've got some batter. I've got some dough, flour, all sorts of great stuff. I even went out and tried to find some salt. Those are base resources. So we have a lot of options in here now. Apple cider, apple jelly, apple juice. Let's see. Yeah, carrot juice, cooked chicken, cooked. Mutton. We've got chicken pot pie. Beef jerky. I really want to find more salt specifically because I'd love to be able to make a whole bunch of beef jerky. Scrambled eggs. Pumpkin pie. Does that sound great or what? I can make taffy, which sounds awesome. Pumpkin muffins. Toast sandwich. Sounds a little boring. Anyway. So yeah. Actually, I'm going to put those back there just for the time being. Oh, yeah. I have cocoa beans, but I also have cocoa powder. So yeah. The kitchen is coming along really, really well. I have been working on seeds, glorious seeds. I made capacitor seeds, but it turns out that you have to grow them on a capacitor bank, like the batteries, the power storage from Ender.io. You have to grow it on a capacitor bank, which I don't have a problem with, but it has to be above bedrock, like 1 block below the capacitor bank that you're using for dirt. There has to be bedrock, which is just dumb. I don't get that. So yeah, I think we're going to have to change how that works. I think in 1.3 of the pack, there's going to be an update that's going to remove that bedrock restriction. I see the rationale of having to plant them on batteries. That makes sense. But planting them on bedrock, that's a little wonky. Actually, let me see. Can I? Actually, no, I can't right now because I don't have bedrock there. But I've gone through air seeds. I've got coal seeds. I've got dye seeds, earth seeds, fire seeds, glowstone, redstone, nether, nature, obsidian. A lot of these I'm not even using. I did plant redstone and glowstone seeds. I think I put some obsidian seeds in, I think. Can't remember. To grow. I think I put fire and earth in. Definitely dye. The dye seeds are amazing. Air doesn't really have a lot of uses. I'm growing some... let's actually just go downstairs and see what I am growing right now real quick. Okay, so this is all the stuff coming in from our little farm being maintained by our one bot. We've actually got Technicolored essence. This is basically essence that you can use to make any dye that you want, which is amazing. This is why I like it. because it's got a simple recipe to use 3 of them. It only ever requires 3 essence, 3 technicolored essence. And you can get 3 of those essence and turn it into any dye, basically, which is really, really good. Beans, not that amazing. Water essence is useful, as is, let's see, there's nature essence is pretty useful. I could plant some earth. I'm not sure if I'm gonna. I've got coal essence, as you can see. That's one of the latest additions. Coffee beans. Let's see. I am growing sugarcane in there. That is cactus green is from cactus. When you agricraft cacti, it doesn't give you cacti. Like, it doesn't give you a cactus. Like, if you harvested a normal cactus, it gives you cactus green. I don't need that because I have this. I can make it. I can make this from this. So it's kind of pointless for me to be growing cactuses, cacticles. It's got kind of pointless for me to be growing cactus in there. So I'm probably going to pull them out. But I've got redstone now. Let's get 8 of those. We look. You can do 9. It's 9 of them. Gives you 24 redstone. Is it the same for? Let's find out. There we go. 24 redstone and 12 glowstone. Nice and simple. We come over here. I'm going to just put those in there. I have actually been low on glowstone dust for a while. Glowstone. So that's awesome. Yeah. So there's lots more things that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to have another bank of this right here. Exact same mirror setup, basically. So it's going to look kind of like that. And it's going to have these essences, these SNCCCs, and everything else that I'm going to be doing from magical crops. I'm slowly going to be getting into magical crops. If we go over here, is anybody on the server? I didn't even check. Nobody's on the server. Let's go up here real quick and make some noise. This setup has actually been working very, very well. The robot is charging. Working area. He'll wake up here in a second. He's got to do checks periodically. See, there he goes. But, yeah. His garden is growing nicely, as you can see. Nature seeds, redstone, Minicio seeds. Okay, let's go over Minicio real quick. While we're standing here, if we actually do magical crops, Minicio is the bottom tier of a kind of dust that is used to make higher levels of dust. And there's a couple of different ways that you can actually get all of these seeds. This is what I wanted to go into with you. There's several different ways to get all of these seeds. Did I accidentally step on something? Beans, melons, pumpkins, redstone, nature, potato seeds, coal seeds, water, glowstone, dye, poppy, carrot, coffee. Okay, no. I've got a random coffee seed in my inventory. It's kind of weird. 10, 10, 10. Okay, anyway. There's several different ways that you can get all of these seeds. If we go to seed, right? These are all the seeds in game for all the different flowers. Like, for example, let's say just the normal seeds you get from grass. Pumpkin seeds, you can actually get potato seeds and carrot seeds and make pumpkin seeds, right? Well, let's say I don't have carrots. Carrots, you get a carrot from a village and get the carrots this way, or you can find it from grass also. Potato seeds, same thing. You're either going to find the potato seeds from grass breaking, or you're going to get them from a vanilla village. So you can make melon seeds, which is a combination of carrot and pumpkin. There is sugarcane seeds. These actually need to be planted on sand with crop sticks. All of these are crop sticks. That's what this thing is. And carrot seeds plus normal seeds, sugarcane. There's cactus, which is sugarcane and poppy. You get cactus. It's really simple stuff. It's very easy. Now, once you start getting into the more complex things, these are infused seeds from Thaumic Tinkerer. We actually do not use that system. Let's see. There's, oh yeah, cinder pearl seeds. It's cactus and red tulip. We make cinder pearls. Cinder pearls are very, very useful because they give you cinder pearls. And cinder pearls basically are blaze powder. It's like being able to grow blaze powder. It's wonderful stuff. Shimmerleaf seeds, which is very, very useful. What do these give you? These give you shimmer leaves for Thaumcraft. Now, here's the thing, though. It needs a silver wood log nearby. So it's saying soil, but you have to have one level below it a block of silver wood. So there's some of this stuff that needs specific circumstances. See, to make these, I need a silverwood log underneath this to even breed it. I don't need anything for the cinder pearls. If we go to taint root, I have to have crushed taint, and it has to be on tainted soil. I don't know why I'd make those, though. Let's see. If we go down here into magical crops, all of these, you can crossbreed. See, bamboo shoots and peas. You get peanuts. All of these use AgriCraft's new system now, which is really, really cool. That's how I got coal seeds. Coal seed is starting off with the Minicio seed. That is normal seeds plus potatoes. And that gives you Minicio seeds. And this Minicio dust, where did the Minicio dust go? Let's go back to magical crops. You get this stuff, right? And this stuff is used in several different recipes. Well, one thing you can do with it, you can make magical fertilizer, which is really good stuff. You can get grass from this. You can get flowers from this. But you can also use Minicio essence to make Minicio seeds, as you can see right there. Let's do, yeah, shaped. So this stuff is used to make weak infused stone, okay? You put this around a diamond or an emerald, and you get a weak infused stone. Then you put the 4 of these around a weak infusion stone, or any of the infusion stones, and it gives you Accio, or Accio. I guess it's Accio. That's what I'm looking at it. It sounds like a Harry Potter spell, but whatever. Accio essence. Accio essence is used one step up for actual things, right? So instead of crossbreeding the coal seeds, I could make them manually with Minicio seeds and Accio essence and coal. That would give me the seed instead of using the AgriCraft crossbreeding system. So there's multiple ways to get to that. I could make the dye seeds and the water seeds that I actually made manually through crossbreeding. I could have made them using this essence system. And there's a lot of great things that you can do with this essence. Like if we go back, let's go back to, yeah, here we go. Accio essence around leather. You can actually make an Accio seed bag. It plants 2x2 area, which is really cool. There's several tiers of this, 4x4, 6x6, and 9x9. So you could do a quick 9x9. Any seeds you put in this, you right click on the ground, it is going to automatically plant on tilled ground. Now, since we're not using normal tilled ground, we're using crop sticks from AgriCraft, that's less useful. But there are other things that are very, very cool, like the Accio furnace. You look at this, there's different tiers. There's the Crucio, that's the next step up. I think these are Harry Potter spells. Yeah, Imperio. Oh my gosh. Zabicio, I don't know what that is. So all of these, you can actually make a furnace flower. And basically the furnace flower is an upgraded furnace. You can get, I think with the Zabicio or the Ultimate, I can't remember, there's the Zabicio, these are hard to say, and the Ultimate flour. It's one of these two. I think the Ultimate flour, you can cook 3 full stacks of objects, of blocks, with 1 piece of coal. That's it. So that's pretty hardcore. Long term, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to make 1 flour, 1 crop that's going to be magical crops, that's going to be iron. I'm going to have 1 that's gold. I'm going to have 1 that's copper. Probably over here, I will do electrum, silver, tin, probably lead. If we start going up into the higher level up here that we haven't even branched out into yet, this is going to be like, oh gosh, diamonds, emeralds. I'm going to be able to grow my crops, grow my resources, and autocraft them without having to actually go mining anymore. That is the long-term self-sustainable goal for these garden pods. Some of these pods I'm going to have more plants than others. Like I use a lot of iron, so I'll probably have multiple iron plants. I use a lot of gold, multiple gold plants. I don't use as much emerald, so I'll probably only have one of those, maybe one diamond plant. But long term, that's what it's going to be. That's the goal for using magical crops in this system. I will still go on mining trips, but I don't have to if I don't want to. It's basically another version of using a power flower from Project E. I could make a power flower setup like, let's go upstairs real quick. I could make one of these that all it does is make iron ingots. That's it. Over and over and over, it makes iron ingots. Then I could put another one over here that makes gold ingots. Another one over here that makes diamonds. And of course, the gold one would be slower than the iron. The diamond would be slower than the gold because they have higher EMC values. But I could have a whole room that just uses these to make the resources that I mine out of the ground. And I wouldn't have to mine anymore. That is a valid playstyle, ladies and gentlemen. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. That's what I used to do way back in the day in 1.2.5 when I actually played the Tekkit mod pack. And so that's cool. That's a thing. That is good. Yeah. So I'm not doing that for the resources. Instead, I'm growing the crops, but instead of mining, but before I can grow them, I have to crossbreed them. So it's going through stuff like this. I actually need to make sure and plant earth and fire and some other things. Anyway, there's also seeds for, oh gosh, if we look for seeds, we're going to see copper. See, there's nickel is ferrous. There's lead, osmium seeds. I could be independent on osmium needs for mechanism. It's going to be useful. Peridot, ruby, and sapphire. That would be for Project E. Very, very useful. Platinum seeds for thermal expansion. That'll be nice. Rubber seeds from for MFR and anything else. There's silver. There's tin. There's sulfur. That would be really, really good. I wonder if there's a salt seed. Is there? There's a saltpeter. Yellowite. I could grow fuel for big reactors. Think about that for a second. Let that stew in your brain. Blizz seeds, that's going to be for thermal expansion. That'll be nice. Bronze, electrum, it even does alloys. Inderium, this is going to be great because inderium, invar, lumium, there's signalum, steel. Here's where we get into thermal expansion. Thaumcraft. We have air shards, water shards, fire shards. I will be able to make those shards from grown crops. That's going to be very useful in and of itself. Order shards, there's thaumium. I could actually make thaumium seeds for Thaumcraft. So I could grow thaumium. That would be really nice. Amber, quicksilver. There's electrical steel from Ender.io. Energetic alloy from Ender.io. Vibrant alloy from Ender.io. Redstone alloy. Conductive iron. Pulsating iron. Dark steel, solarium. Everything. It's all here in one form or fashion. Let's see. These are the thaumic bases versions of these seeds. We're not going to be using those. Then there's witchery seeds, of course. But we have whole sets of resources we'll be able to get from growing them from animal equivalents of crops, magical crops for pigs. What use does the pig seed have? What does the pig say? Pig essence. Okay, pig essence I can actually make meat. I can make pork chops. It's a little weird, but I can do it. There is a ghast seed that gives up ghast essence, which means I can actually do gas tears. I don't have to make them from Project E. I'm going to be growing them instead. It's an alternative long game that I'm going to be very heavily pursuing. Now, I'm not going to be showing a lot of this stuff on camera, but next episode, what I'm going to do is we're going to sit down and I'm going to show you step by step what I do and how I crossbreed. That's going to be the whole episode. I think you'll find it interesting. I'm hoping you'll find it interesting. These are some of the leftovers. See, like nether essence. This stuff, I can make soul sand or nether brick. Enchanted books. You can make these things called experience books and turn them into enchantments. We'll get into that in a later episode, but I'm going to go into agricraft, how I'm handling agricraft. Now, a couple of you have actually made the suggestion of putting sprinklers in the actual pods outside. Honestly, they're growing quick enough that I don't think I really need the sprinkler. Yes, it would remove that one source of that water block, but I'm going to remove the water block source, the need for water block anyway, because once we can actually make skeleton seeds, where are they? There we go. Skeleton seeds. Skeleton seeds produce skeleton essence. That means I can make bones. I can make skulls. I can even make some of the music discs from in-game. And then once I can actually make a grown supply of bones, I will be able to make fertilized dirt, which doesn't require a water source block, and it also grows faster, which means we also won't need to put water in there, run water supplies to those pods, et cetera, et cetera. It'll be a simpler design. So I'm going to eventually go to fertilized dirt in all of those pods, but I might actually put a sprinkler right here for just the little growth lab, because I quite often do find myself waiting or using the watering can, watering can from Extra Utilities to speed things up. But next episode, I'm actually going to go into getting started with agricraft, how you get going, and I'll even show some of the actual seed development from early mid-game, I'd say, because there's still a lot of stuff that I actually want to do. I want to get all the crops from Harvestcraft. I want to have one of everything getting grown and pumped into. I'm going to have to make space for more refrigerators in here, more of the LP system pulling in automatically. It's going to be glorious. Keep your eyes open for it. I'm going to end things here. Thank you very much for joining me on this Wednesday episode. I hope you're doing fabulous. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.